Hello, second video about scrapped content. This time I'll be talking about Pillar Chase 2 rather than Forsaken. I am not going to go over all the monsters that has been removed in the game because of copyright. They will return to the game with newer models. There is less scrapped content compared to Forsaken, like the last video I'll start with. Siren Head. I will also just go over what the wiki says with some additional info. Siren Head was an upcoming monster to Pillar Chase 2. It is a slender, 12-meter-tall humanoid creature named for its head resembling a pair of sirens who preys on humans it lures with the sounds it makes. It was created by Canadian artist Trevor Henderson aka Slimy Swamphost. He eventually got scrapped since Trevor doesn't allow his creations in games anymore. This is because of the amount of slop that has been made using Trevor's character. Siren Head's model was made by Raul and was planned on only being usable on outdoor maps because of the size of his model. Michael Davies was an upcoming monster to Pillar Chase 2, but was scrapped before any proper development could be made. He is a psychotic, cannibalistic humanoid entity that came to be from the possession of a teenage boy by a demon. He is the secondary antagonist of the first chapter of the game Faith, the Unholy Trinity by Airdorf Games. When Blade Ninja asked the creator of Faith, the Unholy Trinity, they were told not to add him into the game. Since development was never started, Michael Davies' gameplay will never be known or shown. Fallenwolf was an upcoming monster to Pillar Chase 2. But was scrapped before being revealed to the public for a few reasons. He is a retake on Brute Boris, a disfigured transformation of Buddy Boris, after being experimented on. He is the final boss in Chapter 4, Colossal Wonders in Bendy, and the Ink Machine. It was stated that the moveset was lost media, so Fallenwolf's gameplay will never be known or shown. However, an animation of one move was recovered by Tronus. The ability would have worked similarly to MX's Pow Hop, but instead of the prompt to jump, you'd be prompted to get out of the way. Before being considered to be a kill, Fallenwolf was going to be a skin for MX. Huskless is a scrapped monster in Pillar Chase 2. It is an original monster created by Phoenixfinch, who was eventually set aside in favor of Artiller and their series K Snow Owl. They eventually became an ancient skin for Vapor in the Valentine's Day 2025 skins update. Unnamed Demon Skin. Vapor's eyes are connected to each other, and he now has a horn on his head to the left. Unnamed Tan Skin. Vapor's entire body becomes a dark tan. This skin could have been replaced by the fleshy skin. Unnamed White Skin. Vapor's entire body becomes white. This skin could have been replaced by the vampiric skin. Hyson Baldi. Scrapped for a similar reason to Baldi's original Grooven pose being removed. It was removed due to Roblox's 2's Bilson, scrapped due to drama revolving around Sandy. Subder Baldi. This skin is a reference to an edit of Baldi made by Sandy33 for referencing Sonic, more popularly known as 2017X. Rare and epic skins. These skins contain references to Baldi's basics, including but not limited to It's a Bully, Badsum, The Test, and Principle of the Thing. They were part of a really large batch of Baldi skins and were scrapped because Blade thought it was too many skins for one character. The other skins in the batch are currently unknown. Nugget. Al-Oni's body becomes a large, brownish chicken nugget. His arms and legs are now bright orange, and he has a large smile and slightly yellow eyes. The skin is possibly a reference to a somewhat popular meme of a chicken nugget, with the Roblox man face singing a less comprehensible version of Cotton Eye Joe. This skin was later given to Fuati. Red and green. Al-Oni turns into a red color. Al-Oni turns into a green color. Filmer. The Fogborn would have turned into an altered design of the projectionist from Bendy and the Ink Machine. This skin was planned to release alongside a few other scrap skins that would have been added when Inkfell was released. Bedrock Remodel. This was supposed to be the rework for the currently in-game Bedrock skin, but it was scrapped due to the creator of the skin making transphobic remarks in the Pillar Chase Discord. X skin. Unnamed yellow skin. XE's body and pupils become yellow, with his shoes turning black. Conductor. Springtrap would have turned into a cyborgish take on Sammy Lawrence from Bendy and the Ink Machine. This skin was planned to release alongside a few other scrap skins that would have been added when Inkfell was released. MX skins. Fallenwolf. I already went over this. Was planning on being MX skin, then planned to be a killer, then scrapped. Brute. MX is turned into the Brute zombie from the Police vs. Zombies game. Unnamed Lord Egg skin. What is known is that the skin would have looked like Dr. Eggman, but with dark eyes with red pupils, as well as an X scar in its belly. This is a parody of Lord X, but with an Eggman form instead of Sonic.
Free Diddy. And yes, I'm being serious. Free Diddy. For one day.
Unknown red skin. The Forest King's dress becomes a red and black color palette, with their earrings and crystal on their chest becoming blue. Their horns, crown, and arm vines have a redder hue, with their hair also being a dark brown. Removed because Blade Ninja didn't like it. Inkfell skins. 2018 Ink Demon. A skin for Ink Demon based on the design featured in Bendy and the Ink Machine. It was recycled into Inkfell's current design. Unnamed Blocky Skin Ink Demon. A blocky Ink Demon skin based on the style of developer Tronus halted game Indieverse RP. It was scrapped due to it being very heavily unoptimized and impossible to do so without losing its style. RGB Ink Demon. A skin for Ink Demon that would have been his RGB skin. This skin uses the color scheme of color commonly seen in the Bendy series, specifically the end of BATDR. It was scrapped due to being on Ink Demon rather than Inkfell. RGB Inkfell. After being changed from the Ink Demon to Inkfell, this would have been Inkfell's RGB skin. This skin uses the color scheme of color commonly seen in the Bendy series, specifically the end of BATDR. Cartoon Ink Demon. A skin for Ink Demon that gives him a subtle outline and makes his skin, body, and glove completely white. Physical Ink Demon. A skin for Ink Demon that makes his skin and glove white and makes his body red. Reference to Bendy's appearance in the physical world, as seen at the end of BATDR. Liar. Inkfell now has his entire body consumed in ink, apart from his right hand and ribs, which are white. He also has two white glowing pupils, and a mouth made of several glowing right teeth. This skin is a reference to the Ink Demon's appearance in the Game's Cuphead song Brothers in Arms. This skin ended up getting scrapped due to controversy revolving around Games. Dog. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of the dog from Duck Season. Originally, this was planned to be an ancient skin for Jeffrey Woods, but after a poll on the Discord, the dog will instead become his own monster, leading this skin to become scrapped. Vincent. Jeffrey Woods turns fully purple and dons a fully purple security guard's outfit. This skin was quickly scrapped, after being revealed due to it being made without knowledge of the heavy controversy behind its source material. Nina. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of Nina the Killer. This skin was scrapped due to the history behind Nina the Killer being known for having a lot of not safe for kids content, which was deemed inappropriate for the game. Unnamed Vessel skin. Jeffrey Woods now resembles the appearance of Vessel from Sleep Token. During Jeffrey Woods' development, something happened in development, which resulted in it being scrapped. Unnamed Gamzee skin. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of Gamzee from the Homestuck franchise. During Jeff's development, something happened in development, and had little progress, which resulted in it being scrapped. Unnamed Batman Who Laughs skin. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of the Batman Who Laughs, who is a villainous alternate version of Batman from Earth-22 in the Dark Multiverse. Unnamed Okaran skin. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of the Okaran from the Japanese manga series, Dandadan. It was planned from the start of Jeffrey Woods' creation, but had to be scrapped for obvious copyright reasons. Unnamed Demon Boy skin. Jeffrey Woods now takes on the appearance of Demon Boy. His knife would have been replaced with the Roblox item named the General's 45. This skin was scrapped due to being denied. Unnamed Ode to a Friend skin. This skin was scrapped due to Blade wanting to stray away from Friday Night Funkin'. Crimson. This skin was replaced with the Reddy skin. Solar. This skin was replaced with the Yelly skin. Sum. This skin was replaced with the Bluey skin. Devilish. This skin was removed for an unknown reason. Angelic. Unknown why the skin was removed. Blade, please keep this menace out of the game, please. Red. This was scrapped due to being too basic, and is now in favor of the Soak skin. Green. This was scrapped due to being too basic, and is now in favor of the Acid skin. Silver. This was scrapped due to being too basic, and replaced with the Drowned skin. Yellow. This was scrapped due to being too basic, and replaced with the Toxic skin. Classic. This skin was removed out of fear of getting a copyright strike from Sega. Unnamed Original skin. Unknown, but possibly scrapped in favor for another dark furred PCX skin, like 2017X or DK. Unnamed Faker skin. Unknown, but possibly scrapped due to X already being a monster in the game, along with the skin not fitting PCX. The Ultra flashlight was almost the exact same as the normal flashlight, except it lasted longer. The zombie is a special monster in Pillar Chase 2 that can be found by using the Weird Mask, which has a 1/65th to spawn in-game right where the monster spawns. This item is temporarily removed and will be readied once the bug fixes are done. The Backrooms is a removed map in Pillar Chase 2, based off of the original Backrooms post on 4chan. Nowadays, the room that the original image shows is usually dubbed as Level 0. It was removed a while after being originally added and was confirmed to not be returning. The reason why it was removed was due to most players disliking the map. It might return to the game in a future update. Formerly known as Eclipse, is a dark and twisted, purely gory red version of Green Hill Zone. Its visual origin is from the Versus Sonic.exe mod for Friday Night Funkin', but the map itself was made for X. Also known as Just Valley, or Pine Valley, was a map in Pillar Chase 2. It got removed for being incredibly open, being bad for trapper monsters like X. It then used to be only exclusive to the Strongholds game mode, before being removed again. Game modes. Collectathon was the third game mode of the game. As a survivor, you'd need to collect all crystal shards sprayed in a maze-shaped map before escaping through an exit. As a monster, you would get a speed bonus of +3x would go from 20 to 23, as an example, and reduced cooldowns on your abilities, and if the timer runs out, you'll win instead of losing. Stronghold was the fourth and the last game mode added to the game. Survivors must have held on to control points to score a certain number of points. Once that number of points was achieved, the survivors won. Monsters had to kill all survivors to win or wait for the timer to run out.